In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing Podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on? I am Chris Ingram.
And I am Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffing Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. Welcome back to another episode, man. Glad to be back. We were off last week for the holiday. Good Memorial Day. Hopefully you had a great Memorial Day. Got to enjoy with the family. Just enjoy some time off. Nobody was on that day, and we wasn't on that day. So we back after skipping a week, and this show actually is pre-recorded, so I apologize that we're not live today. I actually am currently in Memphis with my nephew at a football camp at the University of Memphis. So I had to pre-record this because I was going to be on the road a lot, and so salute to my boy Evan being able to hop on with me the night before. But we are still going to give y'all a good episode, at least with what all we can talk about. We know where we at as a community, as a fan base, the top of that are out there. But yeah, man, glad to be back. Evan, before we get started, man, tell me something good. Give me some good news. What's going on your way, my boy?
You know, another day, week being home. Of course, like you said, we didn't talk last week, but yeah, it's not a whole lot going on. I'm just, the whole after college thing is trying to apply to things, and I had some things in the work, but things aren't going at the pace that I would like because I'm a naturally impatient person. So I'm working on right now.
Hell.
It's
the man is so impatient.
I wish I can't say on air why Chris is saying that, but Chris is not selling any lies. When the ass hell, the amen choir that Chris just did, it's no lies. I can't even get mad because the exaggeration is very fitting when it comes to Evan Hayes and my impatientness just as a person in life. So yeah, I'm definitely working on that right now.
My dog.
Definitely working on that. Just cranking out articles. I just had one that dropped tonight. Well, for tomorrow will be yesterday. So yeah, first month of writing on the Sports Illustrated, that was cool. Getting back, working out in the gym, that's been great.
You popping them jumps out, my boy.
Yeah, bro.
A couple times a week, it feel like.
Yeah, that's what it's like right now. I don't got nothing else to do. Like all I'm doing right now is door dashing, going to the gym, and doing this. Or if I do Gary show on Tuesday. So what else would I do is get these articles out, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay consistent. That's kind of like the main thing people keep telling me right now. And y'all, I appreciate y'all, the viewers, because y'all been messing with them. Like I've been getting a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of feedbacks from some people. I've had like some people at the Daily Memphian hit me up about it, that they're reading my stuff. It's all like some other like commercial appeal people, just some people in the city, like some big publications have saying that they've been reading my stuff. So I have to appreciate y'all for obviously, you know, reading it and commenting and all that, all the feedback as well. So yeah,
Talk
man.
about some money.
That's
Come on,
that's the next step. I can't. God damn it, I can't. I was gonna say something. I can't say that publicly yet. But yes, that's try to make some money, man. Because your boy is not. I was a broke college student. Now I'm just broke. So you know,
broke ex college student.
Recently graduated. Probably college student that is broke. Yeah. So you know, trying to work on that. It's coming.
It's coming, dog.
But like you said, I'm impatient as hell. So like, I hate it right now. But yeah, other than that, man, I can't complain. Can't complain too much. What about you, man? How was your week? I know we didn't talk as much last week. So how you doing?
Yep. Done with softball. So that's good. I don't have to worry about it.
How your babies do, man? Like first full season to coach. How would you rate it, man?
She got progressively better every week. Like I mean, my wife, we was like, I remember probably the first week or two of like actual games. It was like, yeah, we won't be spending all that money this shit. Like, no, you know, love my daughter to death, but if she don't want to do it, like, and I just don't see the point of it, and she just didn't really seem into it like that. But I'd say probably like the last 4 weeks of the season, really the last 3, she started to kick up like by herself. You know what I'm saying? Like focusing and he was hitting the ball every single time and running the bases, no problem. Like it just was a total different player by the end of the season. And I kind of expected that, like having 2 parents that are former athletes, but I was happy to see that. So whether she plays next year or not, I don't know. Still may be up in the air because we may try to slide her in soccer just to kind of see if she likes that and then let her pick going forward from there. But you know, I was pleased. It was, you know, it was cool to get my little coaching bug out the way. I ain't had a coaching bug. I take that back. But to get my first year, get my feet wet into it, that was really, you know, exciting. So I can see myself potentially doing that later on again.
That's great, man.
We'll see. It's hectic as my schedule was this year messing around with it. I was like, I don't know if I want to put myself through that every second year, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't got no complaints. It still was for a good reason. You know, made some good relationships with the parents out there. She made some, you know, more friends. Matter of fact, I've been seeing them out in the community every single day since the season ended. And I think
it's great, man.
The school. So, you know what I'm saying? It all in all, like the positive reinforcement that came from the coaches to kind of like translate some stuff at home. Like all that was great. So I got no complaints. I'm excited, like I said, to see her kind of grow and whatever path she decided to take in sports. But yeah, that was dope. And then today / tomorrow, we're recording Sunday night. So y'all will be seeing this tomorrow, June 1st. Back into summer classes. So
oh my gosh.
Excited and not excited about that. But I'm excited to get it over with, man. I got a finance course and a data analysis class that I gotta do.
It sound like hell, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot of numbers crunching. I'm not excited
a lot of
for
numbers.
That, bro.
But you're good at that though. You're good at the math and all that though. I personally am not great at that, but you're the smart one.
1 + 1 = 2, goddamn it. The rest of that, you start talking about coefficients and
all that the stuff. Algorithms and the coefficient and the exponents and all that.
Man, does it make sense? 1 + 1 = 2. That's really
bro. Sine, cosine, and tangent. I don't know why that just jumped in my head, but I hated that. I hated trigonometry. Yeah,
you will not need it in life unless you are
an
engineer, maybe, or something like that. But
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm cool on all that. But I'm gonna get it out the way. Like I said, get this summer courses out of the way, and then I kind of scaled back. So I would have been done in December, just a 1 year program, but I stretched it out because I was like, I don't even want to be in the books like that, bro. I'm sorry. So
nah, it's a grind, bro. You got 2 kids and a full-time job. Like, it's kind of hard to
full-time, overtime job.
Overtime.
Even though, like,
facts.
Matter of fact, I think what was it 2 weeks ago? I was on the baseball field on the phone dealing with some work stuff at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm like,
man, you better tell them folk I'm with my baby right now. Y'all call me back, bro.
Your customers don't want to hear that, dog.
ain't trying to hear that right
No
now.
customers don't want to hear that at all, man. So
Man.
yeah, that's that right there. I was like, let me just slow it down. Let me keep my GPA where it need to be, or I wanted it anyway. And
Yeah.
I'll finish next summer, so I'm cool with it. I ain't rushing it, so
Yep.
it's all good. But other than that, man, we here. Glad to be back. We're gonna talk about some stuff that probably y'all done heard already before. We really, I think this came out. These news we're gonna start off with came out. Well, it came out on Thursday, so
Yeah, it's Thursday, so it's time.
it ain't
Kind
been
of time.
too late. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
kind of time. We can work with it, bro. We can work with it.
For sure. Well, let's get
Yeah.
into the No Bluffing news. It is gonna be a straight through shot of No Bluffing news. So y'all know we're gonna go ahead and get the music going. DJ, get me right in the headphones, and let's go ahead and get it popped off with our first topic of the day, which is the NBA did vote and approve last week with their board of governors. I think this is what they called them. They approved the new lottery reform. And again, we're probably one of the last shows that are talking about this because we are once a week. We're coming out on Monday. But for those of y'all that just so happen may not understand or may not have seen what this was about, basically the NBA was getting tired of teams tanking. They tanked at a disgusting rate this past season. I think it was
10 teams. 10
teams that did it, and
They had like under 30 wins or something like that. Yeah.
we can't do that again, bro.
Nah, we can't do that.
Never can see that again. And so Adam Silver, unlike certain things, he hopped on his little airplane, his little rocket ship, and decided to do something about it immediately instead of letting it just fester up over time. And put it to vote to where they would basically, we talked about it a couple weeks ago of what the numbers look like, but basically you're not going to be incentivized to lose your way into getting the top pick. And that part of it, I think everybody across the board was 100% on board with. It was a provision that came out that kind of made some things a little ugly, but people understood it. They were like, okay, well, you can't get the number one pick, I think, more than 2 years in a row, or you can't get it 2 years in a row.
You can't get the number one pick 2 years in a row, and you can't get a top 5 pick 3 consecutive
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. Like, all right, I got that too, because now we're not rewarding constantly being bad or middle of the pack. But then they threw in the last provision, I think that pissed, I ain't gonna say everybody out, but it definitely pissed Memphis Grizzlies fans off more than anybody. Was the provision that said within that drafting of in the top 5 3 years in a row, the pick is not only just tied to the team, it's tied to that pick. So if that pick is traded to another team, the team that receives that pick still cannot pick in the top 5 because the team that traded away to them picked in the top 5 the 2 years prior to that. And that's where everybody was like, okay, this don't make sense. This is unfair, because the provision that you would have thought would have followed that, which should have been, okay, if said team picks twice in a row going into that third year in the top 5, they should not be able to acquire a top 5 pick. And the NBA did not add that to the revisions. And so literally what you were trying to stop really is not 100% stopped, because next year, which again, the Grizzlies were the only team affected in this, the Utah Jazz will be able to, if they choose to, trade for a pick that could potentially be a top 5 pick, even though they've traded us their personal pick and we can't get top 5 on that pick. So yeah, they had everybody in up in arms, at least in Grizz Nation. It was also some top media people around the nation that, you know, they were breaking down why it was unfair to the Grizzlies. I probably feel a lot differently about this than most people. But Evan, before I go into my version of how I feel, man, just tell me, what were your thoughts when it got approved? And has your stance since then changed at all after you had some time to think about it? Like, where you at on this?
Yeah, when the news first dropped, I was in the majority. I was very upset because they could have easily just grandfathered the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade in and not penalize the team for a deal that was made before the revision was made and just make them be awarded that pick. Mm-hmm. Being that they didn't know when they were trading the Utah Jazz that these themes were going to get implemented. So they didn't have a crystal ball saying like, oh, this is going to happen, so we're going to make this trade regardless. Right. So on that aspect of it, I still stand on that has not changed. Like, it's not fair that teams should get penalized for something that they did not foresee happening with a rule change that was not implemented when they made that trade. Because if the rule was in there, there is a chance they may not make that trade. But when I actually started thinking about it, and I started looking at the Utah Jazz roster, there's a decent chance they're going to be at least a decent team next year, maybe a play-in type team.
It should be.
So if you look at the rules, and I know you saying and some like Roser and some other people talking about it on Twitter, that pick could end up probably being favorable for the Grizzlies, because depending on how the Utah Jazz finish, we can have a favorable pick because they're a middle of the pack team. We can still get at the top of the lottery. So long story short, and that pick may have more value later down the line. You can have for trade assets, because we've talked about on this show, and other people talked about it. We have a lot of picks over the next like 4 to 5 years, and we're not going to use all those picks. We're just not. So depending on how these draft and these mock drafts lay out over these next 1, 2, 3 seasons, we could package those picks up for a potential better deal. So yes, do I feel like it's unfair that we're getting penalized or punished for something that we did not foresee happening? But when we actually look at the framework of how the teams that are involved in the deal, it may actually end up being a benefit for the Grizzlies down the line. So at first I was upset about it, but then I actually did some digging, did some research, and talked to some people about it. I kind of got off that ledge, because I'm like, if we end up with another lottery pick, maybe in the top 8 or top 10 in that range, because Utah Jazz, they were in the play-in, they got knocked out because they didn't officially make the playoffs, that's another top 10 pick for us. And we have other teams pick as well that we can package up to maybe move up. So like, you never know. So at first I was upset, but now after a day or two from really like sitting on it, I'm not that bothered by it.
Yeah, like immediately a couple of things went through my mind, right? The first thing went through my mind was, thank you again, Adam Silver, for giving us a number 3 pick in a quote unquote generational draft. That was my first thought. My second thought was, thank you again, Adam Silver, for not giving us the top 3 pick in the 2024 draft, where you had the likes of Alex Sarr and Zachary Ricochet that went number 1, which is probably the biggest bust in the NBA since Anthony Bennett, I would think, though, as far as number 1 picks goes.
Probably so.
Reed Shepherd, like the guys that were at the top of that draft, you didn't give us a top 3 pick then. You gave us a top 3 pick when we could actually do something with it. You know what I'm saying? And for that, thank you, Adam Silver.
Appreciate it.
The third thing was, thank you for putting some type of lottery reform in here, because like you said, my very first mind was, outside of me joking and trolling about the mother 2 point, that wasn't my first mind. That was actually my second, third thought. My first thought was, that Utah Jazz team is going to be good. Keontae George, he took a leap last year, and if you think he's going to stop taking a leap, like, no, he's going to probably be even better this season. The dude can shoot, he can drive, he's athletic, he plays defense enough to not be hunted, you know what I'm saying, like this. Has decent size and athleticism on that side of the ball. Looks like he's developing chemistry and leadership within that team. It's almost like he had his arm around Jaren Jackson when Jaren got traded out there. And I'm like, hold on, this is a younger guy. Like, this is weird.
You're like 23, dog. Like, you're like 27. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, but that's Jaren for your ass, though. So anyway,
get off my team. Be gone.
But you talking about the team that last year just brought in Ace Bailey with the number 5 pick. This year, they're about to get a number 2 pick, either Darren Peterson or it's going to be AJ DeBonster. They don't lose either way. They put one of those guys on the wing starting for them next season, no matter which one it is. It don't matter. And then you factor in the fact they still have lower marketing that they can either trade for more depth or they can keep him. They got Jaren Jackson, which, I mean, he looked pretty damn good, I'm gonna be honest with you, when he was over there for those, 2-3 games. I'm not worried about him in the playoffs, but we talking about regular season. He's probably going to be somewhat of a factor, and he can relax now because he's got Walker Kessler, which I didn't mention yet, as a center that can defend at the rim. He can rebound. We know Jaren needs help right there. You got scoring, you got pace, you got all these things that are around Jaren, which apparently he needed here to support. And then you're talking about some decent guys off the bench, Isaiah Colliers, Bryce Sensabaugh started to show some promise. They got guys over there, bro. They got talent. They got a decent top 10, top 9 rotation that they can fill out on that team. And I just don't. My immediate thought was that team's not going to be a bottom feeder next year. Like, it's no way that happens unless they have generational injuries. That's the only thing I can think of. So before the lottery reform, if you're talking about a team that's decent, let's say top 10, top 8 in the standings, that pick is going to be in the late teens or somewhere in the 20s. That first round pick is not sexy at all at that point to me. But you bring in the lottery reform and it's like, okay, well, potentially if they are a little bit more on the downswing of the middle of the pack, then that pick is possibly going to be 5.4% to where it can change. And for me, that's good enough for me.
Yep.
Because you're talking about now, we talked about it before, but just for those that don't know what the numbers are looking like, in this new reform proposal, or I can't call it a proposal at this point because it got approved, but in this new format, the top 3 worst teams, I can't say top 3, the 3 worst teams in the NBA get 5.4% chance at a number 1 pick. That same 5.4% chance goes to the 11th worst, the 12th worst, the 13th worst, and the 14th worst. So the 8 teams in between the worst 3 and the bottom 4, they all get the same flat 8.1%. So if the Jazz are literally the 10th worst, which would be like, you know what I'm saying, they're a top 20 team in the NBA. Let's say they 10th in the West is where they fall. We still have a potential chance to move up to get the number 5 pick in this.
Yeah.
And for me, my thing is, number 1, y'all are crazy as hell, because I think that we're probably going to we can potentially be a play-in team next year. The Grizzlies can. But if they're not, I'm not going to be surprised. And it may even be the best option for us. It might be, you know what I'm saying, just to get one more surefire asset to add to this team.
Yeah.
If that happens, the Grizzlies 100% are not going to get 2 top 5 picks, even if this little revision wasn't in there. Adam Silver wasn't going to do that. For those of y'all still thinking it's only lottery balls, I'm sorry. They can say what they want about all these different firms they bringing in. I don't care. Adam Silver is picking those picks. Somebody in the league office picking those picks. It's proof out there to show y'all this.
Dylan Harper, Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, all them jokers happening in consecutive years.
Cooper Flag going to the Mavericks after a Luka trade. Like stop, bro. You're not gonna piss on me and tell me he's raining. Like, stop. So there's no way they want to prove us to get 2 top 5 picks in the same 2027 draft. That wasn't happening.
Nah.
But can we get a top 5 pick with our own pick and maybe a top 8, a top 9, or 9, maybe even a 10?
Like bottom lottery is our best bet, and I feel like that's very, very feasible going into next year.
That's better than it would have been before they changed it.
Yeah.
So for people getting mad saying, well, it affects it because we made the deal before. So fucking what, bro? Like, we probably weren't getting 5 with that team being good like that.
Life goes on. Figure it out.
Like it's okay. Like, okay, would y'all rather have been staying at 6 this year and get another no, we got the top 3 this year and we got ammo next year. And let's not take out of the scope of what we're thinking about. That Lakers pick might actually be worse or better, I should say, than the Jazz pick potentially. They don't know what they finna do with their roster. They talking about they got to choose between LeBron and Austin Reeves, and then you got to fill in between. And Lord have mercy, if y'all think a backcourt of Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic is gonna do anything like series in the West, like that's not happening.
There's no defense,
non-defenders at all.
No defense, and then you have no depth behind them because they take up so much money.
Yeah, like that pick actually might be better for us than the damn Jazz pick. And let's not forget that Utah pick is like a mix between. It's like the worst odds between them, the Jazz,
and the Magic. No, that's the other deal.
Yeah,
it's like 3 teams in there. Yeah,
and there's one more team. Damn, what's the other team? I think it's Cleveland.
It is Cleveland.
So if one of them teams fall off, like, you know what I'm saying, like
Cleveland may blow it up this year because they say they may run it back, but we're gonna talk about it. They just flamed out in the conference finals, and they may say halfway through the season, it may be like, okay, we're clearly not good enough. Let's just blow this team or trade everybody. We just gonna try to hit the ground running next year. So that may happen. Minnesota, they're probably still gonna be good, but all these teams have questions. Minnesota clearly showed that they're not good enough to compete with the upper echelon of the Western Conference.
Right.
You have Anthony Edwards, and after then, you don't really know what you have because the guys that you needed to play well in the playoffs, they didn't play well. So this could shape in a lot of good ways for the Grizzlies. So people really just need to come off that ledge.
Chill, bro. And then the great thing about it too is that's just for next year. So if the Jazz bottom out the year after that, it's no provisions on it. We good. Like, we won't be able to pick top 5 for a third year if we get top 5 next year, but man, who cares, bro? Like we are in a great spot when you're talking about roster building. I know that's the last topic of the day. We're gonna kind of talk about like how the Grizz should, kind of structure the roster going into the summer. But when you're talking about the third pick, the future picks we got now with this new lottery reform, you're talking about the cap space that is opened up this offseason potentially with a job trade, RIP BC. For those that don't know, that money actually does get paid out to the family, but it doesn't fall into the cap space. I'm not saying that is a whatever. I'm just saying the fact of the matter is that money is freed up for them to use. They got trade exceptions they can use. They have 12 tradable first round picks. Like, they got contracts they can move. Like, they have exceptions in free agency they can use. Like, this roster can look so different with everything they got at the disposal that the Grizzlies have, man. So for that, I'm excited to see what these next couple, 60 to 90 days look like for the Grizzlies, man. There's so many moves they can make. But y'all, calm your tits. With this reform stuff. It's not that bad. Stop being woe is me about everything. Zoom out a little bit and let's think logically about what's happening. Everything, it's just because it may seem like it's a ding at Memphis, it really ain't that bad, y'all. It's actually pretty damn good for us. So that's all I got on it, man. Anything else you want to touch on the lottery reform, bro?
Nah, man. I understand we live in a world where we're very reactionary and we want to quick to react to something, whether positive or negative. But just like a lot of things, and as a person that's very impatient, I have to learn this as well. Sometimes you just gotta wait and see how things play out, because it may end up being a positive situation.
You know that movie I sent you, man? I ain't gonna say it on there. I might have to send that movie for the whole fan base. Say, hey man, y'all watch this and calm down, man. Y'all watch this.
Send this to everybody. We're gonna drop it on the Twitter. Just everybody, homework for everybody. Everybody watch this movie.
Woo!
Watch the movie and you'll feel better afterwards. Shit.
Yeah. Everything is set up for a reason, man. I truly believe that, and we are set up pretty damn well right now. So that's all I got on that one. That's all Evan got. We're gonna move along to the final / just this where we've ended up at the Spurs and the Spurs and the Knicks. I finna say the Mavericks. I don't know where that's coming from. San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks will be facing off in the 2026 NBA Finals. It has been set. They will kick off this Wednesday, and it's got a old school feel with these just throwback jerseys. These two teams, these storied franchises. I think they got history in the finals as well. It's just set up in a way that, man, I'm excited. I was definitely on hate watch with the Thunder. I did not want them to go back to back. I didn't want Shea to get another Finals MVP. I love today what has come out from their exit interviews where it feels like they all down and out. They're trying to be fake. Tough guys, fake, whatever, but it seems like it's a little inkling of drama over there when it comes to contracts, roles, and things like this. So I'm excited. I'm on hate watch because they was the fake us. They was the Timu us. Yes, they won a championship, but they took our swag to get there. They took our powers like the Space Jam basketball, and we ain't been the same ever since. But yeah, man, if you want to talk about the Western Conference Finals, the Eastern Conference Finals, and just what you are looking for coming up with these finals that we will get started on Wednesday, bro, I just kind of let you, do it like that.
Well, I'm gonna start on the East because there's not a lot to speak about in the East. Cleveland quit. They got swept. They're not good enough. I was wrong. I said it on our show. I said it on the same show. I stupidly thought that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden will finally exercise their playoff demons.
Hell no.
And finally make it to the NBA Finals, because I would think a broken clock is twice a day regardless. So maybe with the power,
ain't got no arms on it. If the arms is off that motherfucker right now,
it's like PennDOS. I was like a two negatives, like Donovan Mitchell and James Harden together will equal a positive. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna cancel each other out and both play well at the same time. I was stupid. I was wrong. So yeah, shout out New York. They're playing great basketball right now. They are on a record-setting offensive pace in the playoffs, which you would not expect. They have a 22.5 point differential over their entire playoffs, which is kind of crazy. I believe the second best team is like the 2017 Warriors, and of course we know the offensive firepower that team had. I feel like people are slightly overrating that because they know who they played. They played the Hawks, and then they played who they played in the second round, because they played the Cavs, and then they played the Sixers. They played the Sixers. Yep. They swept the Sixers, and then they swept the Cavs. Yep. Arguably, you can kind of thank the Celtics, because the Celtics should have been in that situation with the 76ers, but they blew a 3-1 lead. So they've had an easy road. This is not to take away from the Knicks. They're playing great basketball. They're playing who's in front of them. but they ran into a Cleveland Cavaliers team that was mentally checked out after blowing a 22-point lead in game 1. James Harden, who shot 2 for 11 in game 4. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, who in second half of 2 consecutive game 3 and 4 just completely disappeared. Like, did not get any. They were just on the court. Like, y'all can look back at the box scores. In game 3 and 4, the second half, they disappeared scoring wise and rebounding wise. That is very hard to do when you're both 7 foot tall.
And I know you want to touch on this, bro. I want to just throw that out there. Ain't it weird that people are saying that the Thunder should go after Evan Mobley this offseason? It's like Chet just did the same shit.
Exactly. What is y'all think? Did y'all not watch what he
same
did?
Player, literally.
The bright lights are too bright. The moment got too big. Like, they shrunk. Like, they shriveled up in the moment. So I hate that. I hate that because people know I'm a Donovan Mitchell fan, and I really wanted him to really make it to the finals. And he didn't have the best series either. Like, he isn't absolved. He did not have the best series either. Kenny Atkinson didn't have a good coaching job, like allowing just New York to go on runs without doing proper adjustments and calling timeouts when needed. It just was not a good look for Cleveland. So shout out New York. The city of New York is definitely on like the National Guard watch because if they win the finals, oh my gosh, that city may be not there. You talk about us being Gotham City. That's actually Gotham City with no Batman.
The Rat will be on top of the car celebrating with that.
Like it may. I actually like my pick is Spurs in 7 because I just that's what I think is gonna happen. But just for the memes of I would just want to see New York win just so I can see the anarchy that the city, not in the city, the state of New York will be in if they win. Like I really want to see them afar because I would hate to be like the one person in New York that's like not a Knicks fan. And just everything just burning down around it, like what the heck is going on? Yeah, don't be around that time. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Eastern. That's the East side. On the West, in my opinion, I really want to get your opinion on this. This was the best Western Conference Finals series we had since 2016, Warriors versus Thunder, and when that went to Game 7, when the Game 6 play, think about it, when the Thunder was up 3-1. And the Warriors came back on them in the 2016. This is the best West Conference final or conference finals we've had since then.
I can't remember, so correct me if I'm wrong. In the bubble, that Jazz and Nuggets series, was that a conference finals or was that a second round?
That was a second rounder because it was the Lakers and the Nuggets in the conference finals.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. So I think you spot on then, because I was about to say that was a goddamn bloodbath right there.
Yeah,
in the bubble, that was good. That was good bump right there.
That was real good bump.
But I think you on something that I was telling my wife the whole series really before it started. I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, this is my finals. Yep. To me, I don't think it's gonna get better than this with whoever comes out of the East. But I'm with you. That was some good ball right there.
Yeah, it was great ball. We're seeing the emerging because I've been talking to my dad about this. Like everyone talks to my dad about sports like all the time. I'm saying, I keep saying, so this is how y'all felt when y'all saw Jordan play. Like y'all knew he was there and y'all knew he was coming. But the thing is, Jordan had to get his ass kicked by the Pistons for like 5, 6, 7 years. My generation is watching our new GOAT Wemby in his first finals. I mean, his first playoff run, go to the freaking finals.
Insane.
And we're seeing that he's about to take that crown. And it's kind of wild. Like because even with LeBron has been in the league as long as I've been alive. So it didn't hit the same because when I was a baby when he was like starting, you know what I'm saying?
You was born what year?
He in 2000, I was born in 2004. He was in 2003. So as long as LeBron's been in the league, as long as I've been alive. Why is that so crazy?
Do you not hear yourself? That's insane.
That is insane.
You were born after LeBron was drafted.
Yeah, like, his rookie year, I was born in the middle of his rookie year.
When was Bronny born?
Well, I'm a year older than Bronny. Bronny was alive in like 2005 or like late 2004. I can't remember, but something like that. Me and Bronny are damn near the same age.
That's insane. All right, go ahead.
So,
yeah.
Chris just said, "God damn." But think about it, like
no, bro, I'm gonna tell you what messed me up. I was listening to it's a song by Jim Jones. It came on my Sirius XM. It's called Summer in Miami with Trey Songz. And I'm looking at my phone, and I'm like, man, this song came out like 04, 05. I'm like, damn, bro, that's 21 years ago. It literally feels like that's maybe 10 years to me. Like, it don't feel 21 years ago when I was burning CDs, making like people mixtapes in school. But no, that's when I was doing it. So it threw me off. So it's the same gap of time that you talk.
So
it just made me feel old.
So for you, Bron's career don't feel that long to you?
It feels extended. It feels long. Pause. But no, it feels quite. Yeah, I don't want to use another adjective because anything that I say is going to be pause worthy. But yeah, it feels like it's been a minute. It does.
So the difference is,
I just wasn't even born. That's just
crazy.
I
was not born.
Guy when this man was jumping over people.
Yes,
I was sitting there playing live. 04.
Exactly.
Like I was playing with him on the game.
Like in 2009 when he did that with the Pistons and that whatever 20-something straight points, I wasn't watching basketball at that point. I didn't know what the world was going on.
Watching shit. You was watching your eyelids in the middle.
I wasn't doing. Like my first, like I've said this on the show. Like my first memory of playing of basketball is when he went to Miami, and that's when the Grizz started being good. So that's like my first.
That is insane.
That's my first cognitive memories of like actually watching and understanding basketball. Now I remember watching the 2010 finals with Kobe. I remember watching that, and like that was like my first actual basketball memory. And then of course the next summer he went to Miami, and then that's when the Grizzlies started being good. So that's why the Grizzlies and LeBron are so stuck in my head. Those are my and all them. That's why they're stuck in my head like that. Yeah. So back to the point, because I want to start the Mike Conley debate with this man.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm watching now for my generation. This is how y'all felt when Bron was coming. This is how my dad felt when Jordan was coming. We're watching the ascending of the next GOAT, and it's kind of crazy to see. Of course, he has to finish the job, but he did damn near everything he could in the West Conference Finals for his team to get there. Of course, West Conference Finals MVP. I think he averaged like 27-7 during the series, and obviously he got a bunch of young dudes that went with him: Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell. They're a very well built team, and the fact they went into OKC in Game 7 and got a W like that just shows the maturity of that ball club and how well coached they are. So it was a great series, man. I was very, very, very much sports entertained watching it. Like you said with you, I was hate watching. I was definitely hate watching last night. I did not want OKC to win, like, at all. Like, I was cheering for them jokers. Like, me and my brother Thomas, I never thought I would be so happy to see the Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs, go to a finals. Like, why would I, as a Grizzly fan, be happy about that? But because I hate OKC that much, I was cheering. So it was a very weird feeling, man. But yeah, conference finals said, I'm very excited for the finals, and that's all I got.
Yeah, dog. Great series. I'm tired of hearing them folks talking about, well, Jalen Williams played this and that. And I know he was hobbled throughout the playoffs, but it seemed like they was playing actually better without him in certain spurts. So I don't know about that. I feel like that AJ Mitchell injury probably hurt them more than anything. Just having that additional ball handler, the additional scoring threat they had. Not to say that J-Dub can, but I just feel like that was more of a glaring need that they had, because you were dependent on which he had. He had his moments as well, but you depended upon Jerry McCain, and I just rather have AJ Mitchell. That's just me. But great series all together. I'm like you. The only thing that I feel like, and I was saying this, I think we talked about this maybe a month ago when like the playoffs had first popped off. Wemby is going to have to insert himself, especially in this finals, to secure his first championship, bro. Because when they handed him that trophy last night, and I got, what he averaged for throughout the series, but it was one game, I think he had like 6 rebounds. And I even want to say last night or over the weekend, he had like 7 rebounds in the game 7. Like, come on, dog. Like, that's just not going to do it. And I understand, like, he's different. Like, he's deterring so many shots at the rim on defense. And when you're talking about long threes, he may not be able to get as many rebounds because they're bouncing. But he's the one guy in the NBA that potentially doesn't get to use the excuse of long rebounds on 3-pointers, because he's literally go gadget man. Like, he literally can just jump up and grab anything. And it was too many times where, even in the game over the weekend, where I was looking at, like, he wasn't inserting himself on the glass the way he should be. It was a lot of rebounds that he was in the vicinity under the rim, that was dropping around him, and he just was not contorting his body the right way. He wasn't aggressive and going after him, and it's stuff like that. On top of the fact that I feel like he does settle a little bit too much for mid-range outside offense versus just like you literally the tallest person probably in America right now. Like, I don't know if it's probably a recorded person in the United States living as a citizen that's taller than Victor Wembanyama. So, like, you being that tall, my dog, like, you gotta find some kind of way to get more inside easy buckets to get your team and yourself going. And I get it. Like, he's 3 years in and things of that nature, but he's got to find a way to assert himself a little more to be this. Like we all know the size and the skill, he has to be literally the greatest of all time. I think if he taps into just that more aggressiveness in that regard, he will be the undisputed GOAT, like, of all time. Like, I don't think it will even be like, yeah, you can say it's unfair because he's 7'5", 7'6", but like, he got skill with it too. He will go down as the best basketball player ever if he can just add that aggression and that assertion that we're not really seeing on a consistent basis. I know he had games where he put up, 26 points, 17 rebounds. I've seen the 20 and 20s before. But I need you to be consistently, dog, at least 25. And, like, it's no reason why in this finals run he should not average 25 and 12. Minimum.
I feel like, and you're right, you're 100% right, but I feel like the reason why he's not, because remember in game one, I'm bringing up his box score right now. He had 41 and 24 in game one, and people was like, "Oh wow, like
alien, yeah,
alien, like this, you cannot. He's inevitable." Like people call him an alien. I see Thanos. Like, everyone watch Marvel movies. I see
there
like,
yet. Because
I
he's
feel
not,
like
he ain't what I'm talking about. If he gets consistent, he's Thanos. Because all you gotta do is literally this.
Yeah.
He more like what's dude?
From Guardians of the Galaxy, that dude. But he didn't win. He didn't win none though. Like he didn't win at the end of the movie.
No, not
trying
him.
to think of a
Not
villain
him.
that won, but he not. Marvel.
Yes. Damn, I'm trying to think of him. What was the dude? He's like
what movie was he in? Who was his hero that he fought against?
He's like Ultron right now. Like,
okay,
that's
good.
He
got potential to really make some damage,
right?
But he ain't really got. But to my point is, I feel like that's when his tank and like maturity comes in. I feel like he may not be physically able to give that much energy on a consistent 7-game series basis yet, because this is his first time going to the playoffs. I feel like that's the only reason why, because we're talking about like team to team. I feel like the Spurs should get the Knicks get out of there at 6, but I feel like coming in game one, San Antonio, they may be so gassed coming off this dog fight that the Knicks punch them in the mouth in game one, but they have to get their energy back. Like, I'm looking at his box score right now. His game 2, he had 21 and 17, but then in game 3, he had 26 and 4. There's no reason why he should have 3-4 rebounds in a game. And then they lost that game. But then the next game, he had 33 points and he had 8 rebounds. Like, when he's taking a lot of shots early, because if you watch the games, if y'all watch the games, every game they won, he came out aggressive in the first quarter and was attacking Hartenstein and setting the tone, attacking Hartenstein or Hogan. Every game where he was passive in that first quarter, they lost the game. Like, it's a literal 1-to-1 correlation.
Yep.
But I feel like that's because this is first time going through it. But that shows how good this team is. The fact that they can make it to the finals and they haven't physically matured enough to go through a full playoffs yet, and they have a chance to win the championship. So that I feel like that's the only reason why. They have 2 rookies.
Rotation.
Yep.
Like, that shit blows my mind. Like, when I see Carter Bryant, like little black Caillou looking ass out there,
he looks so like he's such like a child. He looks like such a child in the face,
like he was born yesterday.
He like, just be like just feel like he cares so much. He don't want to mess up like a kid would.
Yep.
He gives that energy off the screen. The fact that he's still giving good minutes to this team, and of course Dylan Harper is being what Dylan Harper is. But I give him a slight. I don't give him as much credit because his dad's an NBA player, so I feel like he was kind of bred to be like that. Of course, he's still a rookie, but
people don't really tap into it. The man, mama she a dog when it comes.
What does she do?
I want to say she's coached him like his almost all his, at least I want to say all his high school years. I may be wrong.
Oh, that's crazy. So both
Like
his parents was cold for sure.
Yeah, like we got Ron Harper, NBA legend, champion, 5-time champion, but like mom ain't no slouch, bro. Then that's why him and I think his brother's in NBA.
Yeah.
And I think they got a sister or something. I got to go back and do my math, but yeah, like the mama played a huge part. You ever see her? She's Korean or she's something. She's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, she like a basketball legend, I guess, up there when it comes to coaching up north. But yeah, that's a cold dude, bro.
Yeah, he is cold. So I have to ask, who is your finals prediction since now the finals are set?
I'm taking Spurs.
Spurs and what?
Ooh. Because they get game 1 at home, so it's gonna be 2-2, 1-1-1.
Yeah.
Shit.
So they can finish game 7 back at home.
They don't need to. They need to catch. I want to say 6. I hated this like that because I want to say back in the day.
No, you know the reason why they changed, because it used to be 2-3-2-2. And you know why they changed it? Because the last year they did it was 2013, LeBron and then versus the Spurs, and they say it was unfair that after the game 6 that Ray Allen hit that shot that they had another game at home. So after then they went back to 2-2-1-1-1. That's the reason why. Because they said San Antonio was so mentally checked out after Ray Allen hit that 3 and they won in game 6. They were going to lose a game 7 regardless. So that's why they don't do that anymore.
Get over it, bro. That's insane. But if it was still like that, 2-3-2, I would say them in 6 for sure. I almost want to go up. I still think they can get it done in 6, bro. I do. Yeah. 7 at the worst. Obviously, I'm taking them to win it all, no matter what. Yeah. I just think 6 is what they're gonna have to do. Because if you give Jalen Brunson a game 7, you leaving him to do some weird shit off the chance, and you just never know what can happen. I think Cat is gonna be probably one of the better matchups. No, I'm gonna take that back. It's probably gonna be OG that's gonna be checking Wemby, I would imagine. So he's gonna be physical with him, and Wemby's gonna have to really assert himself. But if the rest of those guys can bring that same energy and poise that they have been, they're gonna have to make sure that my guy, and he's probably my favorite player on that Spurs team, Stephon Castle. I was big on him in that draft. If it wasn't Edie, I was like, I would love to have him in Memphis. He's not a point guard. I don't care what he said in the pre-draft, wanted to play point guard.
Nah.
He's not that. He's a 2 at the best, at the most, and really just a guy that just needs to be out on the floor to make plays. I don't really want to give him a position. But they have to make sure that when he's on the court, De'Aaron Fox or Dylan Harper has the ball in their hand. He can't bring it up because he's just too, bro. He's on go mode. He don't have no pace to him. It's just balls to the walls, and I'm gonna throw the ball off my leg if I don't slow the fuck down. Like he is. I love that dude. I want him on my team right now. But for them to win, that was my 2 things. He going to stop getting the ball and turning it over. Let the other guys that actually are more, experienced ball handlers do their job, and Wemby's going to have to assert himself. If those 2 things happen, and those guys continue to make shots the way they have, and they just stick together the way that they have, that's the other thing. That chemistry, in my opinion, is better than that Knicks team. They come together in the last, I would say, 2 series, but they've had drama the whole season.
Yep.
Those 2 things happen. I think the Spurs are gonna pull it out in 6, 7 at the worst. If New York does pull it out, bro, like hats off to them, because I mean they literally paid for their roster and draft picks and money, and it made it work. So yeah, salute to them. They've been wanting it and needing it for a while, but for me, I'm gonna stick with my prediction early on where I said it was gonna be the West, no matter what.
Yep.
And I'm staying with that.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you took the words right out of my mouth, boss. De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion, is the X factor of this series, because remember he didn't play game 1 and 2, and once he came back, the team looked completely different. They looked way more poised. He seemed to have control of the offense. He had a great game 7, because in the games 3 through 6, he was not hitting his shots like that. At least it was kind of streaky. But he found his rhythm in game 7, and he was able to, outside of Wemby, be another guy that can create his own shot at a consistent base. I know Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle can, but like I said, they're being so young, it can kind of be sporadic at times. Right. But Fox was that calm presence on the court that they really needed in times. Like, I feel like he was the unsung hero of game 7, because it's just even things like that foul he took when it was a 2-possession game, so they can get their set defense in. Like that's just high IQ stuff that a Harper or a Castle isn't gonna make because they don't have the mental fortitude to make that play in that situation.
Right.
But being that Fox has been there, he's in year 9, I believe, because he's like a year or two older than Ja. Yeah, he's like a year or two older than Ja. So if my math is correct, because he came in the same year as Lonzo Ball, and that was 2016. So yeah, he's like around 2018. Yeah. So yeah, but going into year 8, year 9 for him.
No, 17. My bad.
It was 7. Yeah, it was 17. It was 16, 17.
Because Jaren was 18.
Yeah.
19. So yeah, it was 17. My bad.
It was 17 because him and Lonzo came in. It was because it was Markelle Fultz. Yeah, all that draft. Anyway, but the point is he's been here before. Yes, he never played in the finals, but he's played enough basketball to know what to do in those situations. So I agree with you on all the points that you said. But I just think when it comes to talent wise, if the Spurs play their game, they should win. I don't trust anyone in New York uniform outside Jalen Brunson, honestly. Because yes, they played great in this playoffs and they seem to be clicking at the right time. But again, you have to go off of history. OG Anunoby has shrunk in playoffs. Mikal Bridges has. We know personally Karl Anthony Towns has. And then you're going to the Josh Harts and the Jose Alvarados and those type of guys to make plays for you. And the Mitchell Robinsons, it just doesn't seem to be as consistent. Right. It seems like you can put the trust in that to win a 7-game series against a well-oiled machine in San Antonio. And I hate to bring it up, but they got the pedigree. You think Tim Duncan and Pop's not in every single one of those locker rooms getting them boys ready? Like,
they ain't played no defense like this Spurs team this playoff run.
They haven't. They have not.
Like taking Wemby out of it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't played perimeter.
The perimeter, like Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Castle. Like these guys can sit down and slide they freaking
Fox
feet.
Fox
can too. You are 100% right. Like they are suffocating. Like the reason why they played Shea, because I said on GP's show last week, every time Shea got inside the paint, or at least inside the arc, it was at least 2 to 3 guys in front of him. You tell me that they're not gonna do the same thing against Jalen Brunson. They're just gonna take the same probably game plan and give it on Jalen Brunson. Because anytime Shea tried to get past his first defender, he had 2 or 3 help defenders. Right? They said you can pass it off to whoever. Right. We're not letting you get off.
Right. And it's gonna be shoot over them. Jalen Brunson's smaller, so it's gonna be harder to do that. And you got Wemby over top.
You got Harper at the top. Let's say Harper. Then you got Vassell and Johnson as your help defenders you're gonna have to trust OG and Mikal to knock down shots. And if they're not knocking down shots, it's gonna be a tough series for New York. So I just see everything pointing to San Antonio being crowned, and I'm gonna be a fan of them until they win. And as soon as they win, I'm back hating. Then like, okay, now we gotta deal with them now. So I don't want to think about it because I know that's why our next topic is a pretty good segue. I'm not gonna think about like the terrible doomsday scenario that Wemby has already won a championship in year 3 until after he wins it, because obviously since we're in the division, we have to deal with them 4 times a year. So yeah.
I ain't got no beef with them as we transition to the last topic. I don't got no beef with the Spurs. I'm gonna hate bumping into them, and I'm sure if our roster is built the right way, which we're about to talk about a little bit, that when we do face them, it'll be some good ball, and hopefully we got the horses to do what needs to happen. But I don't hate them even if they win. Nowhere near the hate that I have for them goddamn Thunder, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I ain't hate watching a team like that. I'm trying to think the last team that I was just like, I don't like that team. I don't want them to win.
Probably the Warriors, right?
Not even, because the Warriors, they played such a beautiful brand of basketball. I hated them because they kept winning, obviously. Yeah. But like, it wasn't on no hate watch. Like, somebody got to get them. Like, even when they got KD, I was like, okay, like, this is unfair. Like, they're not gonna lose. Yeah. It's gonna take an injury, which it took KD's Achilles. You know what I'm saying, to stop them. Or Draymond called him a bitch, and then now he don't want to be there no more. But other than
Clay messed up his ACL too.
Yeah, like that team, it was just fun to watch. We ain't never seen nothing like that. Like literally just rainbows all day. Like anyway, so like the Spurs, I'm not gonna be too mad at. It's just gonna be frustrating for us, like you said. But we gotta eat it. They gotta win, but we gotta eat it too. You know what I'm saying? If he can stay healthy, so. But in regards to that, I want to kind of set it up for this last topic. In regards to watching how the Thunder play, or how their roster has been constructed. We'll see kind of if they decide to go away from some aspects of their roster this offseason. I don't think they should really deviate too much. I've been seeing people talk about, we talked about it earlier, Evan Mobley. We've heard they should go after Giannis. We've heard they should go after Donovan Mitchell. All these things, right? But you look at how their roster is constructed. You look at how the Spurs, outside of Wemby, he's an anomaly. But you look at them, multiple ball handlers, multiple sizable athletic wing defenders that can shoot, they can create, pass, all this stuff. You look at last year, the Pacers, kind of similar as well. Bigger guard, they could go out there and do different things. The Knicks, even to a certain extent, outside of Jalen Brunson, that's a pretty decently sized roster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's the anomaly there. But I mean, you talk about, you roll out a team with Josh Hart at 6'5", Mikal Bridges 6'6", 6'7", OG 6'8", 6'9", Cat basically a footer. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Robinson basically a footer. Like, you got some size on that roster as well. Guys that can play defense, can do a little bit of things on offense. So I basically want to set it up to, number one, I want to do a temp check with you and ask you. I'm gonna do this probably every week until the draft. Number one, are you still on the Boozer train, or are you on the Wilson train? Where are you at with the 3 pick? And then for this question itself, this topic itself, has the way that you watch these finals basically get set up, do you feel like it's a certain way that we should deviate or reinvent how we're going to rebuild this roster moving forward?
Well, to answer your first question, I'm still on the Boozer train, and I feel like I've gotten more on the Boozer train over the past few weeks, if that can make sense to you. Like, when we first got the number 3 pick, I was kind of torn between, like, I was like 55-45 Boozer to Wilson. To be honest with you, I'm like 70-30 now, for 70% Boozer, 30% Wood. It's just, the more stuff I hear, the more film I watch with these guys, Boozer just looks like a surefire pick. And now you got rumors saying that OKC wants to trade up and trade the whole room to get Boozer. Like, even though that's not gonna happen, it's just funny to hear people like talk about it.
Never happen.
That would never happen. Like, you must think the Grizzlies are the dumbest team ever if we think we're gonna trade our number 3 pick for Chet freaking Holmgren. Like,
we're gonna tank this year, not get the Jazz pick next year, so we can get Chet.
What y'all understand? We don't want any more moody 7-footers that don't play like they 7-footers. We already dealt with that. Why are we gonna get another one? Like, no, we don't need that. But yeah, I'm still in the Boozer train, so that I don't see that change unless something unforeseen comes out between now and draft time. So when you add, this is a great question, and I've thought about this for a little bit since you brought it to me. So I hope you can follow me, because my mind goes to a few different things. So I wish I had like a visual aid so I can lay this out. So hopefully y'all can track it. Who do I feel like is the best archetype built team in the NBA? Is the Boston Celtics. I know they didn't win this year, but you have 2 wings who are both 2 ways that can score the ball at elite level and guard opposing defenders. I feel like that's the best archetype to have in the NBA. If you want to build a basketball team, you want your 2 cornerstones, wings that can create their own shot and for others and can play defense. That's the best. So that's one thing, right? That's keep that right there. What I feel like the Grizzlies, then there's another thing with the Grizzlies. I feel like it's a very, because we're leaving a copycat league. So I would love if we can create our own style that it works for us, because we're just great at what we do. So if that means going back to Grit and Grind 2.0, and you have Boozer and Edie down there dominating the inside, and you have surrounded with shooters and athletic guys that can ball handle, I feel like that can work. I really honestly think that can legitimately work. Does that mean a championship? I don't know. I have to see it on the court, but I can honestly foresee if you have 2 bruisers on the inside that are manning the paint, rebounding the heck out the ball, defensive anchors, like, and you just have a bunch of shot creators around them, I feel like that's a great blueprint as well. My third section is what I feel like the best blueprint, like, to what actually is the San Antonio Spurs. Having just a bunch of young athletic guys that, because when you really look at them, I understand they have Wemby, so they can do it differently, but they really have Wemby and kind of 4 guards out there. That's what they that's really, I understand Chad Penny and all these guys are bigger, but they're all guards. They're all guards. They're all very switchable. They can guard multiple positions, and they can all create their own shot.
Yeah.
If we're talking about what's actually tangibly working, I feel like that is the best way if you want to build your basketball team. You have a lot of guys that can shoot the ball well, create their own shot, and are switchable defenders. And that don't necessarily mean they have to be 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", because Harper isn't the biggest dude, and Castle isn't the biggest dude either. They don't have to all be big wings. You just have guys that can.
Both of them are 6'6", I think.
Yeah, like they're not the tallest individuals, and Fox is like 6'4", 6'5". You know, like they ain't like they're just towering and physically imposing themselves on people. If you have guys that can just create their own shot and defend, I feel like you can figure everything else out because you're truly getting into positionless basketball.
Yeah. If
we can somehow get a Edie, well, we already have Edie. We have Edie and surround him with 2 or 3 other guys that can just go out and I'm gonna steal your word, just ball players. Like San Antonio is so good that they just have ball players on their roster. They don't have archetypes of players. They don't have. The only guy that fits like I guess an archetype is like Chad Penny because he's a 3-and-D guy, but he can still put the ball on the floor and still do things with it. Mm-hmm. So if because think about my 3 sections, this section over here, which is the best and the most what works in the NBA, probably the best right now is just having a bunch of ball players on your roster that can create their own shot and defend and switch at a high level. Mm-hmm. So I really hope with all my 3 sections that I put, I hope that makes sense about what I feel like the Grizzlies could potentially do depending on which one of those 3 things they want to go into.
Yeah, I think like that last one, it's tough to really choose because it's like you don't want to follow trends, right? Like you don't want to say, because last year everybody was saying, well, really the last 2-3 years, everybody was saying, man, you got to build like OKC, you got to have these, which I think was a little bit overblown because we talked about them having like sizable wings, but when you look at the height of their guys, and I think I talked about this before on here, what's the name is 6'6" at most. He might be 6'5", Jalen Williams. He just got long arms, long measurements. Isaiah Joe, I looked him up. He's like, I thought he was taller, but he's like 6'3", 6'4". Aaron Wiggins, same thing. Like these guys, they look tall on TV, I guess, because of wingspans, but they listed 6'3", 6'4". Alex Caruso, 6'4". Like they don't really have a bunch of like, I guess long wingspan, but they have a bunch of just tall guys. You know what I'm saying? Like on paper, I think the Knicks are much taller than them. And even when you're looking at the Spurs, they're taller than them as well. But to go to back to what I was saying, it's like trying to model yourself after a team. I think that can be scary because when you model yourself after somebody, like they're the blueprint, so they kind of know what works already. You're trying to like match their game. But also, I think it's really hard to beat a team when you have a roster that's kind of adaptable. And I think that the Spurs, for the most part, have one of the most adaptable rosters because of what you said. Even when I was talking about Stephon Castle, he can work on his turnovers this offseason just by simply slowing the hell down a little bit. But having guys that are around the same size that can literally switch everywhere on the floor. Who's the tallest person Chet maybe on the Thunder?
Yeah.
Like most of their guys could check him in some form of fashion. Even if you body him up with like a Harrison Barnes, there's another 6'8" guy. You know what I'm saying? Vet that got grown man strength. Like having that to go with a freaking giant like Iggy that we saw in 11 games this season, that if he gets healthy and gets a band of guys around him that just want to win basketball games and know that 1 + 1 is 2, get it to the tallest person under the basket, let him dunk it, and let's go play defense, get the steal. He's going to run the floor, get it to him again, and let's abuse it till they stop it. Oh, shit, they can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably what the Spurs should be doing.
Grizz. Oh, my God, you're a freaking genius, bro.
Yeah, right. Like, that's what the Spurs should be doing, because they have a Wemby that can run the floor, I would say, just as good as Edie, if not better. But it's hard to say don't follow that when we literally already have one of the biggest pieces in place in a freaking giant. Yes, he's not as agile as Wemby, but he take up so much space. He got so much more strength than Wemby, and he plays a much more dominant game than Wemby that I think that if you surround him with more Cedric Coward-esque guys, 1 through 4, I think you're gonna be all right. And when you talk about a Cam Boozer, Cam is one of those. I think is not as set on a Spurs roster as you would like, but he throws a wrinkle into that template a little bit because he's a bigger player that can play the 4 naturally, but he also can play make like a guard can in a sense. He can run the offense through him, but he's going to be able to take advantage of mismatches in a way that a lot of those smaller guys on the Spurs can't. And so when you throw in everybody else, again, being 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", around him and the Edie, plus having guys like that coming off your bench, like a GG, if you want, Jalen Wills, guys like that just can hit shots, can defend, disrupt, and don't mess the chemistry up. I think that's when you're on the right path. And that's why, like, right now, that's how I would build a roster. Let me say that. I'm a little torn right now on how I would love to see the point guard position addressed this offseason, because you got, in my opinion, you got 3 different routes you can go with the point guard position. Obviously, the talk is that we're going to move from Johnson. We don't got to talk about that. Do you go with that second pick, move up, or wait for a point guard to fall to you there? Do you trade for another veteran? Whether it be, this will be weird to me to see, but I like it. Do you trade for De'Aaron Fox for whatever reason? Like they need to cut some salary or do whatever. Do you trade for Dejounte Murray? Do you trade for an agent point? Or I say agent, but just a veteran, older point guard to kind of help these young guys? Or do you roll with what you have in a Ty Jerome and a Scottie Pippen Jr. in what we would call a rebuilding year? We got, the flexibility to go in one more time and try to get another top 5 pick next year to add to this, what we got going on, and just say, hey, well, I think these guys can get the job done where we're not the worst 3, we're not the worst 3 records in the NBA. So we get that big bump up in percentage of the lottery, but we don't have it to where we solidify for the future to a point to where, like, we're too ahead of schedule, or we're trying to develop a point guard and we may fall up in that, worst 3 records in the NBA. So I'm kind of torn on which one of those 3 I want to go in. Yeah. Especially when we're talking about what we're talking about now. But part of me is like, I'm almost cool and satisfied if we can address adding more wings in this draft and through free agency and depth and veteran leadership by just letting Scottie, which we know is going to go out there and be scrappy. We know he's going to go out there and he can create, to a certain extent. We know what Ty can do. It's probably not ideal as your starting point guard moving forward, but he can get the job done. He's got size, and he's going to be able to at least initiate offense for, if you bring another young wing in here next to Sid Coward, or you allow Cam to be more of a playmaker, we know that he can spot up and hit 3-point shots. So that's going to be effective in just offensive chemistry and things of the nature. So I think I'm leaning more that way now, which is going to open up other avenues with the roster building. What's your take on that part, though? Like, as far as the point guard, if you had to choose between going to get a vet, get somebody in the draft, or just rolling with the 2 point guards we got on the roster right now, where you at with that?
I'm gonna rank them, how much I to like them, to not like. My least favorite. Well, okay, I'm gonna say this. The only way I'm cool with us getting a point guard is if we get the point guard that we both want, but we're not gonna get him probably. If we come out with the best point guard to grab there is A Cup Jr., then that's my second. But
can I tell you something real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
A Cup has been my number 1. You would know that.
Yeah.
My dream scenario has changed to Mikal Brown Jr. We ain't got a chance to talk about that. I was big on Mikal before neither one of them picked and played a college game. Like I was watching Mikal in USA last year and McDonald's, and like I think he did Team USA. I think
he did. He did the U18. Yeah.
Like I was enamored with that dude. I was like, okay, he was a lot more of a shooter in that whole 3-month span of basketball he was playing. And he started growing when it got, to college. They'll say, oh, he done jumped an inch or 2.
6'5", yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit, my dog Mikal finna be cold. It wasn't until December, and I was off the jaw train when I was like, oh, this A-Cup dude on something serious. So don't get me wrong. I ain't mad at getting A-Cup, but my dream scenario, when we talking about sizable point guards that can shoot, defend, play, Mikal in that mode is my like dream. So I wanted to put that. I wanted to clarify that. I'm cool with A Cup. I would love to have A Cup. Don't get me wrong. But Mikal, because of the size and the way that we're talking about these other two teams playing, that's where I'm like, okay, Mikal makes 100% more sense if you can get him. I don't know if he's gonna be even close to being available because I think at a point he might be the first point guard off the board with the way that his pre-draft went. He killed the pre-draft, bro. So anyway, I just want you said it, and I was like, I've been meaning to talk about it, but we ain't really had a way to maneuver it in there.
Yeah, you definitely got me thinking with that one. Because I would think if you want a bigger guard, you would think you want a Wagner then, because Wagner's taller and he's a bigger body. And
he probably gone at 5 though.
Yeah, that's yeah. But we was talking about dream scenario. You were talking about dream scenarios.
He's too slow for me. He's too slow.
Yeah, he's a below the rim guy.
He played with older guys in college. Like when you put him and make him the guy with younger guys, I don't know. I mean, I'm terrified of Wagner, and I told you I'm terrified of Christian Anderson Jr. Those are two guys that I'm like, they're gonna either get you an extension or they're gonna get you fired.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm at on either one of them dudes.
Well, okay, that's something I got to think about. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I just have to watch some more film and wrap my head around that. For sure. But yeah, my least favorite, if we don't get like an A cup, in my opinion, I feel like that's my least favorite idea because again, I may be a little presumptive when I say I just don't want to depend on a 18, 19-year-old to be the keys of my franchise when we're kind of in this flux. Like, okay, are we trying to tank again next year, or are we trying to be good? Because I honestly feel like because I really think we're gonna be better than what people think. I just feel that in my heart of hearts. I have little to no evidence to go back off that, but I just really think we're gonna be.
Yes, you do. Look at how that team performed down the stretch, even with 10-day contracts.
Yeah, that's true. Eastland had them boys hooping. Yeah, Eastland had them boys.
And I'm talking about the players that's gonna actually be on the team next year. Like they looked decent, and they were losing games in like late third, early fourth. But for the first,
they called it because the first 24 minutes they were playing great basketball. And in the 30 to 36, they called it. All right, y'all.
Did y'all lay it down? Time to tank time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, because I'm just sorry. I can just imagine. Just forget the point. Just imagine a lineup of Gigi, Cam, and Edie. Just sounds amazing in my head. Like it just. I've been writing about it damn near every week at this point. Like just those four in general.
Right.
Shout out Jalen Williams too. He can come off the bench and do his thing too.
Off the bench, I'm cool with it.
Yes. Funny, I'm not gonna say it on air because you're gonna make fun of me again. But it's something about Jalen Williams that I got to tell you. But it's gonna be funny if you're gonna make fun of me again. But anyway,
I went to school with God damn, man.
It's close though. You close.
I know it.
You close, but you're not there. But yeah, that's my least favorite. My second would be staying where we are and staying with Ty and Scotty. Like for all the points that you said, like I think Ty is great for a service point guard. Like I said, he's bigger. He knows he can initiate the offense, go on his own. I like Scotty, but I'm kind of on the boat of moving him because I feel like his role and his services, we can find that in somebody else. So if we do stay with that, I'd rather get off of Scotty, not because I just think he's a bad player, I want him off the team. I just feel like we can get more value for someone that does what he does, but better. They can maybe shoot better, or they can maybe add something else to your roster, being at the contract that he's on. I just believe that in my heart. I'm not okay. If Scotty's on this team next year, I'm not gonna be mad. Obviously, I love Scotty. He's a great player. Like,
right. Absolutely.
But that's my second if we stay. But my favorite option of you said is bringing a veteran, because if we bring in a De'Aaron Fox, again, we're not saying we want to be copycat, but I'd rather have a veteran point guard with a bunch of other young dudes, because a guy with the ball with his hands can know what he's doing and can elevate those young guys when he needs to. So like you said, a De'Aaron Fox or Dejounte Murray, they can say, hey, I can take over when need be. Like if Edie or Cam Boo's in foul trouble, I can give you a 30-point game, but I'm really here to make sure said Gigi, Jalen's, Cam Boozer, and Edie eat, and y'all become the best versions of y'all selves. Mm-hmm. So if that means in a Ja Morant trade or whatever, like that's my favorite scenario, because if this guy could get his act together, he could stay here. He could be that, but he's not going to be here. So, you know, cool. we don't got to talk about that, because we have a veteran point guard on the roster that could be that, but that's not going to happen. So
you still need a chaperone. It's over with, bro.
Yeah, like you still need a chaperone. Yeah. So in my head, what's the perfect way to replace that? Get another veteran point guard that has the high basketball IQ, that's played high level basketball, that can come in and lead these young guys to the next era. So with those three scenarios, that's how I feel. I like those scenarios. I don't hate any of them, but that's how if I could pick which one I would love the most to least, that's how I lay it out.
Yeah, I don't know which way to lean because next year's draft I think has a lot of wings in it that are coming out. So it's one of those things where like, all right, you can either go back up big, big insurance with that second pick, or like I said, you can move up and get your point guard of the future. I think it's gonna be some decent point guards in that draft that emerge as well. But from that standpoint, I'm iffy on. Another name I want to throw out there that I didn't throw in the first time when I was talking about veterans. I don't know if this guy is gonna have that Jalen Brunson-esque impact, but maybe more so of a Drew Holiday impact, and it's Cason Wallace or Cason Wallace. I don't know if it's Cason.
People been saying that a lot, but he's not a point guard though. Like I would love him.
He's not, but he's too short to be your two. You're starting two,
but he don't have the ball handling to be your one either to run your team either. So
he don't.
So people been saying it, and I would love him off the bench or like. If he's off the bench, because the thing is, like, we haven't talked about this. We have all summer talk about this, but like, we have a lot of guys, in my opinion, that just should not be on this roster going forward. And we don't have the time to talk about this today.
So much fat to cut, it is ridiculous.
Yeah, like we have so much fat to cut. Like if Cason Wallace can take Cam Spencer, deuces. Like
if he's on this roster, you gotta move Scotty, you gotta move Cam, you gotta move. This is another guy I didn't mention as far as our point guard situation, like keeping it as it is. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. I like Javon Small way more than what I like Walter Clayton.
You didn't read my article. I ranked them. You didn't read.
I did.
I ranked them,
bro. I would cut Walter Clayton tomorrow, and I'm totally fine with if Ty got to sit down a few games or Scotty got to sit down a few games. Totally fine with Javon Small.
Let me go back.
Like I'm totally fine with that if we don't go point guard in this draft. Like I'm cool with that. Let
me go back in. I said I had Javon Small as my number 3 point guard on the team right now.
Yeah.
I had him behind. Like I said, for me, like I put Cam 4, Scotty 5, and Walter Clayton 6. If any of those last 3 gone, I am not pissed at all.
Yeah,
like
bro, you gotta cut the fat.
Like we have so much fat on this roster, so if we can get a Cason Wallace to cut some of that fat out, great. But he's not your starting 1 though. He's not your starting 2.
I was about to ask you, would you start him at the 2?
No, I'm not. There's nothing I'm doing to mess up my big wing dream of Cedric Howard and Gigi Jackson at my 2 and 3. Like there's nothing. There's nothing you could say that's gonna knock, unless another 6'6", 6'7" guy comes in that can take one of those spots. Yeah. Cool, but if you under 6'5", there's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say to me.
Lou Dort.
Nah.
You wouldn't start Lou Dort?
No, I'm not. There's nothing that you can say. Like you understand?
He's a champion wing though.
He's a
and he hurt motherfuckers.
Okay, think about what I said when you asked me about this next question. Who is my prime? If I would build a roster, how I build it is it's Celtics. It's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Yeah. Why we have that if they can just lock in and develop into what I feel like they can be in Cedric Howard and Gigi Jackson. Like we literally have that. They can both create their own shot if Cedric Howard can get back with his handle and create shot for others, because they both have playmaking ability when they choose to tap into it. We've both seen them be able to do that. So why would I bring someone in that's shorter in Cason Wallace or offensive limited in Lou Dort to knock that off when I literally have the best case scenario in my 2 and 3?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just being devil's advocate.
There's nothing.
I saw that name floating. I'm like, you know that meme of that white girl? She was like,
yeah.
I'm
gonna think. Nah.
I did that like twice. Yeah. I was like,
nah.
I don't know.
They come off the bench. They come off the bench for sure. I love them off the bench, but nah, y'all not knocking me off the Ced and GG train. Y'all not doing that.
Oh no, that's gonna be tough to do right there. Trying to think if I got any other ones I want to throw out there.
Trying to think. Any big wings that I could see taking one of their spots that I would be okay with. That's like actual trade asset. No, I'm not.
I don't like Jalen Suggs. He's not a shooter, so I know I don't want him for anybody to comments or no.
Okay. I thought about it. I wouldn't love it, but because I still don't think it's gonna happen. But if we play ball with the Kings and get off the Zach LaVine contract, I'll sit one of them for him. I'll sit one of them for Zach. Even though I don't think it's gonna happen, I feel like we get Zach LaVine here, I would sit one of them. I
would be highly surprised if Zach Kleiman, through all the mental gymnastics we've had to go through over the last couple of years, that he brings in Zach LaVine. Like I love Zach LaVine, the talent. I'm just talking about if you're talking about like rebuilding the culture and the chemistry and the morale around the team.
Yeah,
it's no way that dude bringing him here, and I hate that because a couple years ago I would have took him easily, but I don't see that happening. But do I think it was a dude? He put out something about. I've seen that floated quite a while. He was people that talk about Malik Monk and like a DeRozan or something like that.
Nah, I'm not sending one of them for.
Ask me, would I take a DeAndre Hunter and a Malik Monk though, or a Keegan Murray and a DeAndre Hunter? I mean, like a mix of that. My eyes are open just because we talking about big wings again. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, bro. We'll see. I'm excited. I know. I think it's gonna be. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there and we're gonna get the hell on because I gotta get some rest. I know. Before I get on this road in the morning. When are we gonna see this trade? We probably have already said this on here, but I want to get your temperature again on this. When are we gonna see this trade happen? Is it gonna come before draft night, on draft night, or after draft night?
Definitely after. I think they want to get all the chips in, like get the draft here and all that, get all that out the way, and then once they have all their chips on the table, then that's where they're. Because Zach Kleiman, he's not trigger happy. Like he's been sitting on this for a while. I don't see him being trigger happy all of a sudden. Like unless just a deal comes along that he just simply cannot refuse, and I don't know what that deal would be that is actually realistic. I feel like we're gonna be in this pace of limbo for at least till after the draft. When's the draft again? Is it
23rd?
Yeah, so I think we're gonna see that it's gonna happen before 4th of July. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna happen before the 4th of July.
I think it can happen on draft night. I just don't know. And the only reason I say draft night, that Sacramento deal in some form or fashion, I think is a real thing, a real possibility.
Yeah.
And I've seen people say like they shouldn't use the job thing to move up in the draft. I'm just kind of like, why not? If you got to, why not? Like if you got to use him in 32, or if you got to use him in 16 to move up to 7 and bring back another asset or another player, why not?
If you giving me the 7th pick and I can get an A cup or LeBaron Fallon or Mikael Brown, and you bringing me a Keegan Murray or Zach LaVine or all them people, I'm color me good. Like I'm straight on that.
I don't know when it's gonna happen either. That I'm kind of like you. I don't see it happening. I don't even care if it's a day before. I don't see it happening a day before the draft. But I can see potential deals happening. I know he's gonna try to move up from 16. So why not try to accomplish both goals at one time, or in 2 separate deals? Maybe do it in 2 separate deals. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely not happening before.
I don't see Klein being that bold in trading his franchise star on draft night to possibly draft his replacement. I just don't see him being that bold to do that all in the same night. Like if he does, big balls for him. Like if
he gets some cutting the night before, man, you never know what happened.
Hey man,
Miss Kleiman, I don't even know if the dude married. Girlfriend Kleiman.
He does have a wife. I do know that he does have a wife.
Okay, no disrespect. Miss Kleiman, Mrs. Kleiman. They handled it the night before.
he may feel real. He may want to just.
Make him feel real froggy the night before.
Yeah, just shoot that mud. See what happened.
Man, seriously, man, I'm excited as hell, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen, but like I said, we got the tools to really reshape this roster, to really cut down this And if nothing else, if we don't change up the speed of the rebuild, you setting up even for next year to make more splashes. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. That's all we got for this show, Evan. If you want to go ahead and plug what you got coming up this week, brother, we can end it on that.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm doing Gary Parrish on Tuesday. I think that's just a weekly thing now. I don't want to announce it, but I've been on it for 2 weeks in a row now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Appreciate y'all on that.
Man, salute to you, bro.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated, Bill Street Bears. Yeah, that's it, dog. I'm trying to think of anything else I'm missing. Nah, I think that's it. I'm really trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting something. If I'll tweet out but yeah, that's all I got, bro.
Well, make sure y'all follow us right there below. Tap in.
I've been gaining followers. I'm like at 560 something now. So yes, y'all been slowly. Maybe it's the article, maybe it's GP, maybe I watch this show more. I don't know, but I'm trying to catch up with Chris because Chris is kicking my ass on Twitter. So
you gotta start saying some more silly shit, man. You say some silly shit and you see the follower bump up, bro.
I guess I gotta just do stuff more because I don't know, bro. It's like sometimes it be popping out, sometimes it don't, bro. It's like I don't even know what the formula is, bro.
It ain't none. I text saying last week I put some on there and it was just the plainest, dumbest tweet and it blew up. Man, one tweet I think it got like 2 million views. I had to mute it because people was getting on my nerves. And all I said was it was a video of AJ DeBonster and Nate Ahmed. They was working out together.
Yeah. You was talking about like the one who plays cones and the one who worked up like hooping with people and all that.
Yeah, that's all I said. And that blew up. And it was something else I said about John that blew up. And I'm just like, it's no formula to this, bro. Like y'all blow up the dumbest shit sometimes. Like stuff I ain't even. I'm sitting here I see some quick little comment. I put my phone there and go about my day and I come back and I'm like, y'all blew this up? Okay, all right, whatever. Like now I gotta mute it because now the bots is saying stupid stuff. Yeah, that's why I got literally and it's probably stupid because we put our show on there. That's why my profile picture is an animated picture of myself now because like people are just weird, bro. I don't post my family on there no more. Like I don't post nothing personal on Twitter. Like Twitter is just dumb. It's broken. It's cooked. Yeah, but I have fun from time to time on there, man. So make sure y'all give us both a follow. Tap in. Run my boy numbers up for sure. They go to handle right there.
Yeah.
As well as our pod page. Make sure y'all tap in and get in tune over there as well.
Also, we didn't say it, but we got to plug it. This is our 100th episode.
I forgot, bro. That's crazy.
Of the No Bluffin podcast. Give me some claps or something, bro.
Come on, man. That is insane, bro. 100 episodes of this show.
We've done 100 episodes. That is really wild. It's just, of course, like it just doesn't feel like it. But yeah, I still remember the day that you text me on Twitter like, "Hey, bro, want to do the show?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to do a freaking show." I was in my sophomore year dorm room. I think Sane texted me the day before about something, and I didn't know you were saying it was cool at that point at all. And then he was like, "Hey, you should do a show." I'm like, "Hey, if it happens, cool." The next freaking day, someone said the crib by Cribman _. I was like, "Who is this?" I said, "Oh, what's up, my guy?" And now look at us, 100 episodes later. It's crazy, bro. 2 years in and some change. It's crazy, bro.
It's done flew by. It don't even feel like that. But you know what? I was talking about my wife because we was sitting there watching. We was looking at some Drake stuff, and then obviously they talking about the beef and all that. And I was like, bro, that's crazy that literally the beef was 2 years ago. I feel like that was last year.
Yeah.
And I know we were talking about that then, so I'm just like, man, god dang, this time flew, bro.
Yeah, the summer of the beef was the summer that our show really started getting some traction for real.
That's insane, bro.
Because we started in March of 2024, and the beef started in April of 2024.
Yep.
I remember all that because I was going through conference at that time with my former school. So I was talking to you about the beef. We was listening to the beef like at the track meet and all. It was just such a fun time because I was like, I got a show now. It was just I look back at that time in my life, that spring of 2024, that semester of college, like it's very fun. And you were a big part of that. So thank you, Chris, on that. So just very, very fond memories of starting. Of course, this has brought me a lot of blessings. So I appreciate you, appreciate all the viewers and everybody that blesses me that keeps giving me a platform. Because I always say some crazy shit. I don't say enough crazy. Chris wants me to say more crazy stuff, actually.
Man, hey, let your hair down, brother. What they gonna do? They can't beat your ass, so what they gonna do?
What you gonna do? Fight me?
Yeah, man. What they gonna do?
Man, y'all seen me go from a lot of hair to braids to cut my hair. Like I've been from Johnson City to Alabama A&M. Now I'm back home. It's
Y'all see
wild,
my
bro.
boy grow up.
Man, for real. I didn't have a beard. I didn't have a connecting beard. Now I got my beard connecting now. Hey, bro. Hey, and Chris is the same. You know, Chris, he and his grown man stuff. So it's just
Yeah, it ain't gonna be too much changing over here, man. I've been talking about for the longest getting the rest of my arm tatted up and sleeved and full color over here.
yeah.
I looked at my wife probably about a week ago. I was like, man, I ain't doing that shit no more.
Why not? Why not?
Because of the realization that I came to today.
What was that?
That I'm 6 years from 40. What is the point? And it's scary.
It's people twice your age still getting tattoos, bro.
Still getting them?
I know some people that has like OD tattoos, bro. Like,
yeah, they got them long time ago. If they sit in a chair at 70, boy, they them old bones don't work like that. The skin get pinched, that shit might start bleeding. They better stop. Shit.
Yeah, hey, bro. I'm getting a piece of somewhere. Y'all not gonna see because I'm getting on my chest because y'all not gonna see it, obviously. But
you might gonna get a band on you.
They gonna flag us for nudity on YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube
not nipples out. What is he doing, bro?
But yeah, bro, I'm giving me a new piece this summer because that's gonna be my graduation present to myself. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, bro.
I said that before.
You said what?
I said that exactly what you just said.
And you didn't do
man,
it?
When I graduate, man, I'm gonna go sleeve that joint up. Man, walk across that stairs. Man, how many tattoos do you have now?
I have two. I have one. I have this one right here, and I have my first one right here. I only have two.
Okay. So I probably got, I don't know. My whole chest is done. My top of my back is done. Both quarter sleeves or half sleeves are done. So I know pretty much how much every piece of pain feels on my body when it comes to tattoo, except below the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put myself through that goddamn pain no more, bro. I got all these jumps probably, maybe 14 years ago at this point. Like, I don't think I've gotten a tattoo since I was 20.
So yeah, you like say you were around my age when you had. So you got all that stuff done, like,
bro. I was going to work, working out, staying in shape for football, and then we was hitting the tattoo dude at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, leaving his house at 3 or 4 o'clock for like months straight.
You just racked up when you was young. You said you just kind of chilled out that ever since.
Yeah, I ain't got one since, bro. So I was like, I'm gonna go back now. I'm like, oh, for what? I might put the kids on me somewhere, but like,
you want to get no leg sleeve or nothing like that, bro?
I've never been in the leg sleeves, and I definitely don't want to even know what that pain feel like. The dudes that get the thigh tats are real suspect to me.
Oh no, I'm never doing that. I'm never doing that. No.
Why?
Nah, I know some guys with thigh tats. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, in the comments, if you got thigh tats, y'all let us know you got thigh. And what was your mindset of getting the thigh tat? Because
one of my best friends has thigh tattoos, but he's a tattoo artist as well. So like, like he's got tattoos on his head, like he's got tattoos everywhere. So that's different.
What type of dudes you hanging around got head tattoos, Chris?
He's in that culture. Like he's literally a tattoo artist, and he's in like he throws tattoo conventions. Like he's ingrained in that culture. So like that makes sense to me for him. But like random dudes that just got thigh tattoos, that's just out here working a job every day. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, why you got your thighs out anyway?
why you so short? why you got people see your thighs, man?
Why you feel like a bad bitch today? Like, I don't. Why you wake up feeling sexy? Like, why you showing so much meat, bro? That's kind of crazy. Like, so nah, bro, I'm good.
Well, I'm not gonna be getting any thigh tattoos anytime soon. Definitely not doing that. I'm getting my chest done. I think I may chill out for a good minute. Because I don't like the pain of tattoos. Like I personally don't like the feeling of them. Like I know some people like the feeling, and y'all in the comments tell us if y'all
therapy. I don't want that kind of therapy. Give me something.
Yeah, like after I get my chest done, because I know exactly what I'm gonna get. I think I may chill out. Like you said, if I have kids, I think I want to get my kids on me like somewhere. Like there's a wrestler I like, AJ Styles. He has all his birthdays of his kids on his side. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know about the placement, but yeah, I think I want to get a Memphis tattoo. I don't know where I'm gonna get that somewhere. So I got to get the next tattoo I'm gonna get. But I want to get a Memphis tattoo. I don't know what it's gonna look like, how it's gonna get it, but I got to get those two. And after then, I think I might be done.
Well, man, appreciate y'all kicking it and sticking with us, man. I thought we was going. I think we both said an hour time.
We definitely both said an hour time.
What is wrong with us? I'm gonna be tired as hell in the morning,
man. You got me watching this damn movie, and I'm gonna be up to 1-2 o'clock in the morning to watch this damn movie that you put me on, and you got me up till 11:30.
And I'm gonna call you in the morning and say, "All right, bro, what happened?" But make sure you watch this. No cliff notes. I need to know. Hey, so in the first hour and 20 minutes, what happened at that part?
What happened? What character said this line? Yeah, an hour 15 minutes exactly.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. And I'll let the viewers know about the movie maybe next show. But I need to tap in, my boy.
But 100 episodes. Y'all let us know what was y'all favorite no bluffing moment in this era.
Man. Yeah.
We've had a lot. We've had some crash outs on both of our ends.
That might be the best episodes right there.
I'm trying to think. My favorite one, we just talking now. My favorite one will forever be like the top 5 Grizzlies, because that's the one you got me the most hot on. Like that will forever be. I was sitting right there. I damn near cussed Chris out on this damn network because I got so angry, and Chris knew exactly what to say to piss me off too. So
you knew what to say to piss me off. Mike Conley.
We was arguing for like
the nigga that wrecked our franchise on the slip. Like we ain't finna get started though.
That's probably mine. That's definitely like top 3 for sure. Like just because I was so mad. I was so freaking mad. Gosh, you got me pissed. It was funny though. Good content, very good content.
Absolutely. I think if we had a clipper on Bluff City, which it might. I mean, we got clips, but we don't have. We don't be getting. We got to have the best clips on this network.
I feel like our clips ain't good for YouTube though. That's the whole point. I think our clips
gives a damn. Put them hoes on TikTok or Twitter where they supposed to go.
Kenny, clip us up, my guy. We be having some good content, dog. I know our episodes long.
Kenny don't be watching our whole show, bro. Cause we be having too much gold in here. And I be seeing the same shows. I'm finna get on Kenny ass right now. I be seeing the same shows every week, getting about 10 fucking clips.
We don't get no commercials.
Hey, we don't get no love, but I swear we got the funniest shit on here. But it's all good.
Hey, Kenny. When I catch you, Kenny. I'm gonna
see if Kenny text me tomorrow. That's how I'm gonna know if he watched the show. We gonna see if Kenny text. Yeah,
he better text both of us tomorrow. He better put us in a group chat. Come see if he watched the end of the show tomorrow. See if he actually gonna watch the full 130.
If you want to go viral, you need to start posting more no bluffing clips. We say some wild shit on this month. Same be saying some wild shit too, but
we don't got same be. I feel like we like second on like who say the most wild shit on the network.
Yeah, I can't go that far sometimes.
Sane don't care though. That's why I mess with Sane because he just does it. His filter is gone. Like he don't care.
I'm like right in between you and him. I'm like a perfect medium. Right there. Yeah.
I'm like right here. Chris is about right here. Sane is like.
But don't piss me off though, goddamn, because I will. I might surpass him.
Nah, that climbing rant is up there. When you went out on climbing, you was Wayne Ladder flick for real. Like
that's what I'm saying, bro.
It was over.
Posted, man. That should have broke Grizz Nation right there.
That should have, but we don't get no clips out here, so you know what I'm saying.
No love, man. No love. It's all
man, we doing our best.
We'll be back next week. It don't matter. We'll be back same time, 5:00 next month.
Yep.
Hopefully live with y'all, man. Again, thank y'all for tapping in and sticking with us, bro. 100 episodes, that's a lot. The show has grown. We've grown in the way that we, give content and things of that nature. Y'all have grown with us. The audience has grown. The people that tap in, follow us on Twitter and communicate. I got certain people that literally, bro, no matter what tweet I put out, it's the same couple of people that will literally like respond or, just have conversations. So like shit like that is dope and means a lot. And we ain't the biggest podcast, we ain't the biggest show in the world, ain't the biggest show in the city. You know what I'm saying? But the people that rock with us, they respect what we got to say. A lot of topics that come out, I have people all the time DMs like, man, I can't wait for y'all showing money to hear what y'all got to say. So salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank you, BCM, for having us, for pushing us, for keeping us around, not kicking us off of this joint. And here's to 100 more of them things coming up, man. So anyway, that's all we got for today, man. Like we always say every week, this week, make sure you do something that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, that puts a smile on your face, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. We'll be back again next Monday at 5. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, turn those post notifications on, follow us on Twitter, and we will be back, man. And as we always say, go Grizz.
Shout out, Cam.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.